Hello everyone and welcome to our lesson which is Parallelism, and this lesson is the fifth lesson in unit number 4, middle one in the first term. This lesson is about parallelism, and the parallelism is the noun of the adjective parallel. And the parallel lines in math, they are the lines which never intersect, like the two lines M and N. These two lines are parallel. So we have zero angles between these two lines, M and N. But if we draw another line, the red line, which cuts the two parallel straight lines in two intersection points, this point and this is the second one. So due to this intersection of the red line and the two parallel straight lines, we have 8 angles, and we can call them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So due to the intersection of the red line and the two parallel straight lines, M and N, we have 8 angles. 4 angles at each point of intersection. Now we can call the red line or the line L as a transversal. And what is the transversal? The transversal is a line that cuts any two lines or more. Now let's go and make some revision on what we have studied before about angles and the revisions and the relations, between the angles. The first one is VOA, which is vertically opposite angles. We know that if two straight lines intersect, then each two vertically opposite angles are equal. So this angle equals this angle, and this angle equals this angle. In our figure, we have angle number 1 and angle number 4 are two vertically opposite angles. So they are equal. By the same logic, we have angle number 2 and angle number 3. They are two vertically opposite angles. Also, we have angle number 5 and angle number 8, angle number 6 and angle number 7. Both of them are two vertically opposite angles. And the two bursts of each two bursts are equal in measure. Next, we have supplementary angles, and we can define the supplementary angles as they are the angles, their measure or the sum of their measures equals 180 degrees. So angle number 1 and angle number 2 are two supplementary angles. Why? Because angle 1 and angle 2 are two adjacent angles, and their outer lines are on the same straight line. Then angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. By the same logic, we have angle 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All of them are supplementary angles. Of course, we have 1 and 3 also are supplementary angles, 2 and 4, 5 and 7, 6 and 8. And I have written the pairs of each two supplementary angles. Next, we have the accumulative angles, and we can define the accumulative angles as they are the sum, or they are the angles which their sum equals 360 degrees. Like if we draw a ray and another ray and another ray and also another ray, we have 4 rays, and all of them have the same starting point and intersected at the same starting point. So all angles around this point are accumulative angles. This figure, we can find it in this figure as the angles 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them are accumulative angles. By the same logic, we have 5, 6, 7, and 8 are accumulative angles. The sum of the measures of angles 1, 2, 3, and 4 equal 360 degree, and the sum of the measures of the angles 5, 6, 7, and 8 equal 360 degree. Also, I have written them. Now, let's go to our lesson and we will study some new relations between the angles, and the first one of them is alternate angles. What is the alternate angles? We can call the alternate angles as they are the angles which make the letter Z, and they are the angles inside the letter Z, like these two angles. So in our figure, we have angle number 3 and angle number 6. Their lines make up the letter Z, this line, and this line. And 3 and 6 are the two angles inside the letter Z, so they are alternate angles. 3 and 6 are alternate angles. Of course, we have the reverse of the letter Z, this one. So angle number 4 and angle number 5 are also alternate angles. So again, the alternate angles, they are the angles which make the letter Z, like angle number 3 and 6 and angle number 4 and 5. Next, we have the corresponding angles, and we can define the corresponding angles as they can or they make up the letter F. Here we have F letter, this line, and this line. These three lines make up the letter F. So angle number 4 and angle number 8 are corresponding angles. Angle number 2 and angle number 6 are also corresponding angle. How can we define or how can we find the angles or the corresponding angles? We can define them by the letter F, and angle number 4 and 8 have the same position related to the two parallel straight lines and the transversal. Both of them are down or under the two lines, the two parallel lines. So angle 4 and 8 are corresponding. By the same logic, angle 2 and 6 are up or above the above the parallel lines, so they are corresponding angles. By the same logic, we have 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. 3 and 7 are corresponding angles also. Here we have the corresponding angles make up the letter F, like angles number 1 and angle number 5, angle number 2 and 6, angle number 3 and 7, angle number 4 and 8. Finally, we have the interior angles, and we can define them as they can or they make up the letter U. Here in our figure, we have a U letter. This line, and this line make up a U letter, and the angles 4 and 6 inside the U letter, so 4 and 6 are interior angles. We have also the reverse of U, which is 3 and 5, they are interior angles. Now, we reach the most and the very question in our lesson today, which is, what is the relation between the title of our lesson, which is Parallelism, and the relations between angles, alternate angles, corresponding angles, and interior angles? What is the relation between parallelism or parallel lines and the alternate, corresponding, and the interior angles? We have such important note that tells us if two parallel straight lines are intersected by a transversal, like the figure before, then the alternate angles are equal, the corresponding angles are equal, and the interior angles are supplementary. The alternate angles, which the angles that make up the letter Z, they are equal in measure. The corresponding angles, they are the angles which make the letter F. They are equal in measure also, but the interior angles which make the letter U, they are supplementary. That means the sum of their measures equals 180 degree. That is,